All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to CAGcast episode number 742. I'm your host, Cheapy here in Long Island, New York, and as always, we're joined by a man who was for the Microsoft Activision merger before he was against it, Wombat.
I was against it?
Remember like all those ads in like the 90s, those political ads where they would just, the whole ad would be like, oh, he was for, I don't know, gun control. It was the whole flip-flopper era.
Yes, the flip-flop era, the idea that people don't evolve and change over time.
Right, that was bad.
When this guy was 20 years old, he liked to drink beers. Now he drinks whiskey because he's over 50. What changed, Senator?
I don't think anyone ever ran a commercial like that.
I'm pretty sure they all ran commercials like that. What changed, Senator?
In the transition period right now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. What's been going on?
Thank you.
Yeah, what's been going on?
I don't know. I don't think much of anything. I'm trying to think. Did I do anything this weekend? Not really. I saw my parents. We went out for Spanish food.
Did you get a new couch?
No, it's the same old couch. Same old new couch.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, pretty boring. How about you, Ship? Anything?
We had a lot of soccer games. So we went to a lot of soccer games where my kids play in them.
Right. I remember those days.
It was fun. It was fun. So Emmeline plays on a team that like it's 3rd through 5th graders, right? And she's already tiny for a 3rd grader, right? She's so she's always the smallest one on the field, and like she's out there, she's doing fine. Hasn't scored a goal like in 2 years, like doing her part, like right, like
sure,
scoring goals is not important. But she
if you want to get in the newspaper, it is though.
Right. She scored the one and only goal in this weekend's game.
Huge.
So that was big. It's always to have that feeling of like, yes, she's probably going to remember that for the rest of her life. Like,
hopefully
not. Did she go
not.
for ice cream after?
No. It takes more than that to get ice cream out of it.
Wow. Wow. I don't even want to know.
Hat trick or better.
Seriously. Yeah. I scored a goal, Daddy. Can we get ice cream? We don't get ice cream for
in
goals.
The car.
Champions.
We have ice cream at home.
Yeah.
Do you still get in the newspaper if you score a goal? Like the local?
Not in 8-year-olds say soccer.
We used to get into like the local newspaper if you scored in like even in like the PBA soccer league.
Really?
Yeah, there was be an article about all the leagues all the games of the day. And if you scored a goal or had like a really good game, you could get in the newspaper. And it was a big deal.
You know where I was?
Yep.
You know where I was this weekend?
In the newspaper talking about soccer?
No, but you talking about being a kid reminded me. I was on a certain street in Merrick, and when I was on it, I was like, why does this street name sound so familiar? And it's because it was yours. Your old
Oh, I don't own that street. I just lived there for a while.
I know. You lived there for a while.
Right.
And I was like, oh, hey.
Nice.
So, my son has a
Did
friend.
you find the plaque?
Yeah, I went to go find the year.
I just assume Cheapy is installing plaques throughout Long Island, wherever
only one.
He was at.
One and done. It was a lot of work and expense.
But my son has a friend who lives on your old block.
Nice.
So I had to go drop him off and pick him up from there on
They should have a
Monday.
plaque. They should have a plaque there that said there used to be trees on this block before Hurricane Sandy. And now there's like 2 trees.
There's that cool duck pond though.
That's right. I know it well.
I'm sure you do.
G Fuel rented a house right like off that duck pond, like a streamer house.
One of those. There's those 2 big houses right there.
It was one of those there's a lot of big houses that were built in like the 80s. They're like, those big 80s houses.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, G Fuel had one like right around the corner from my parents' house. My parents did not live in a big 80s house. But the G Fuel one was, and they had like the trucks, like so many Jeeps in the driveway, even like a fancy place to park the Jeep, like on a fake hill. You ever see
Ooh.
one of those? Like you could stage it.
The Land Rover route.
It was like staged, like their driveway was staged.
I think I know which house it is just by looking at just having
There's a
been
lot.
there.
There's a lot like that, and I'm sure it's gone. I feel like
I just like to
it.
imagine there's a flavor that's coming out that's G Fuel Duck Pond.
No, I think they're long gone from the duck pond.
Not just Duck Pond, but Long Island. No, Merrick.
Long
Duck
Island
Pond.
Duck Pond. That is
Long
a drink.
Island Duck
That is a
Pond.
flavor right there.
Ugh,
Oh.
it's so green. It's dark
the
green
glue.
and slimy.
It has
and-
a film on top.
You definitely
Aw.
don't want to make skin contact, so I don't know how you're going to drink it.
It's like
You just
it'd be
look
like
at it.
kombucha. I assume is what it would kind of taste like.
It's like a lava
green
lamp.
kombucha.
You don't need to drink it. You buy it and you just put it on your desk and you look at it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Speaking of Long Island, I have two shitty Long Island stories. Well, not really, but I got the most ridiculous parking ticket, like 10 minutes from like a 10-minute walk from my front door. It's such a scam. You ever get a parking ticket? A Long Island parking ticket, Wombat?
Probably.
You don't know the answer? If it was,
I mean, I'm
I've
sure
never
I
had a parking
have.
ticket in
I
my
was
life.
going to say I
Right.
don't. I couldn't tell you the last time I got a parking ticket. So I'm
I
sure.
follow the
I'm sure
rules.
my experience is very different than yours.
Yeah. What were you doing? Why were you breaking the law?
so it's just a scam. Like they want to make money. It's a money making scam. So like there's literally a lot in my town where within 30 feet of each other, there's 3 different methods that you have to be aware of the paid parking, right? So they have meters. Obviously, everybody understands meters. You see a meter, you put a coin in it, right? That's very straightforward. Then they have like the numbered spaces, right? No meters, but numbered spaces, but machine, like machine that takes your credit card and then you put the number
Sure.
in. Okay.
Sure.
Also like pretty familiar with that. But also right there are just spaces with no numbers and no meters.
The Bitcoin spaces.
I was like, all right, I guess this is like I can park here. There's no signs like
Is it like permit parking?
exactly. So they nail you for not having a permit, like a residential permit, but then also not having the permit to park there for that day or monthly. I don't even know. It's very fucking confusing for just a lot where you put your car.
Is this like a train lot or is this
Everything's a train lot that's within like a mile or so of the train station. So, but it's just all very ridiculous and it's expensive. So they get you 2 $85 tickets for like,
Hey, why 2?
because it's one for not having the residential permit and then one not for having the residential permit for that day or like having a monthly. It's fucking confusing how it works. You have to send in proof that you live there every year to apply for the permit, which you need to pay for. And then you need to either pay for like a monthly or daily. It's very fucking confusing for just a parking spot.
Because
And
my train station, you pay once every 2 years.
Yeah, that's a lot easier to deal with. And it's also
Which
like,
is why I'm like, I know I haven't had a parking problem in a while.
and none of it makes sense because it's like they want you to get these spots, you have to be a resident of the town. But if you're a resident of the town, you fucking live in the town. So maybe there's a good chance you could actually walk to the spot. Like I could actually walk to that spot. I just happened to be coming from another direction and wanted to get some lunch and thought I could park there. But so like the people who can park in these spots are the people who live closest to them. It doesn't make any sense at all. It's just a scam. And now like I'm going to go to the court date and just like talk to the judge because it's what did I say? It was $85. That's a lot of money. 85 times 2, sorry, $170. So like I might as well just go to the courthouse and talk to the judge and see like what he's got to say.
Going on. So.
I mean, I can talk. I give you an update on the show. I mean,
Right.
it's content.
I'm looking
This is
forward to.
content.
Do you want me to join you on your day in court? I can.
No, it's going to make me nervous. It's
You
going to
sure? I can
yeah,
wear like a suit and tie.
no,
Really, I'm
No.
here to represent Mr. Abrams.
no.
How dare you?
It's the whole
You're out of order. This whole court's out of order.
right.
Was there
Ooh-ah.
have you figured out where you're parking for your court date?
I have to drive like a half an hour. The crazy thing is the parking ticket that I got is the most beautifully printed ticket. Like nothing in like the town looks like it has any value assigned to it. Like all, you know, everything's kind of old and like, but the parking ticket looks like it was printed out on like the latest, greatest parking ticket computer. Like they definitely have some deal with some company that is like taking half of all the parking ticket money, you know, to do like the app so you can pay by the app and stuff like that. It's all a cash grab. Big cash grab.
Cash grab.
I'm going to run for parking district. I don't even know if you run for it. I'm going to take over the parking district and then disband it because it serves no purpose.
So how many spots were open in this parking
All
lot?
of them. So many fucking spots. It's ridiculous. It was like it's not a desirable lot. It was made intentionally confusing and they trapped me. They got me, a resident of the town. Great job. Anyway, it really bugged the shit out of me when I got that ticket, by the way. I've let it go now for a while.
Mm-hmm.
It's starting to simmer up again.
That's okay.
It's okay. The court date is like next week. So this will come to
that's soon.
Well, I got the tickets a while ago.
This? Is this like broadcast?
I hope not. I have notes,
be
though.
better
I have
than
notes.
when I got my
notes.
speeding ticket up in Westchester. That was a pain.
Is there at least the person in the court that's drawing your picture
No.
during this? Wombat,
No.
can you be the person who's drawing Cheapy's picture
No.
during this?
Cheapy, you're like, why do I
I don't
have
know that he's an
boobs?
artist. I haven't seen his work. I would need to pre-approve.
His daughter's an artist. Sabrina.
She's busy.
Can we get Sabrina to draw Cheapy's
She'll be in
picture?
school, hopefully.
Sabrina will be too busy.
She'll be in school.
I feel like she could. This could be
Cut
some kind
school.
of community service.
The learning experience.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Scared Straight program.
it's
For her,
yeah.
or for Cheapy?
I'm very careful. I don't get parking tickets. Well, I do now, but I don't do that. I'm not the guy that like is looking to like sneak one in there when nobody's looking. I look at the signs and I park somewhere else if I can't park there.
You should lead with that.
I should write that down on my notes. I will. I have some video presentations.
You should go back there and take a picture.
I've done that already, obviously.
Is there a PowerPoint? Have you put together a PowerPoint?
I thought about it, but it might be too much. I thought about it like a narrated video. Thought that might be too much. I just have to like do it. I don't know what the situation is. I'll have
you have to do like a whole history of the town. 1845.
Right. We didn't have parking. We didn't need parking district back then. We didn't need a person whose job it was to just give people tickets.
1910. The first car is parked.
It's really like I can afford to pay the parking ticket, but also I can afford the time to go to fight it. But there's people who can't do either of those things.
You're correct. This is
Like-
you looking out for the little person that lives in your town.
Yeah, or doesn't. I don't know. But I just thought about like that. Like that's like, for example, the table tennis coach, he has several fucking parking tickets, but he knows he can't park there. He's trying to get one through, but he had a whole list of parking tickets and he fought them, but I'll have to see what happened. I don't know what happened with that. But anyway,
You got exiled to Egypt for like 3 months.
Exactly. Like he cannot afford to be paying 6 parking tickets. Like, I mean, who can, like, on any basis? Anyway, let's do some show feedback. Enough parking. Jesus.
Oh, sure. I didn't know we were doing that. Okay.
Let's do
what
it.
do we got here? Yes. From Felder71 regarding Wombat fasting on Yom Kippur, but also playing video games. This was easily the most controversial thing we talked about last week. There were
Good.
numerous comments about it.
I can't read the comments anymore. They make me too insane.
That's okay.
Yes.
A rabbi once taught me that each commandment and Jewish ritual that you follow gets you a little closer to God. So while it would be optimal to follow all the ritualistic parts of Yom Kippur, like abstaining from electronics and creature comforts, attending services, etc., just fasting is still worthwhile on its own. We should never feel that it's pointless to participate in one area of religion and not another.
Hard disagree with that last statement.
So I'm just saying, I was still on the right. I get to play all the games I want.
I say we should feel it is pointless to participate in any area of religion that you feel like.
That's probably true too.
I learned that going to Hebrew school.
Yeah.
For too long. What else?
Wade Skelton, and was probably our other most controversial point of last week's show, was our discussion of Drakkar Noir. He had Drakkar Noir
Is that
in
how
the
a Swedish
7th
person
grade.
would say it?
Yeah. He had Drakkar Noir in the 7th grade, and I literally bathed in that shit. And I was pretty sure it'd get me a girlfriend all by itself, but it was Obsession that actually dropped panties, in case you're wondering.
Wow.
Yeah. Great show.
wasn't the
Thanks for sharing it with us. Yeah.
Get with us?
Yeah.
Oh.
He says, great show.
Wait, it was your
Do you ever have
personality.
Obsession?
I've never had Obsession.
Never had
So,
Obsession either.
Yeah.
Never had any of this stuff. I had like one.
Obsession.
I got one. I don't know. I'm trying to think how old I was when I started college. I feel like maybe
Before
like
you had your first cologne?
maybe like late high school. I don't know.
I told you I was
I
an Old
remember-
Spice man.
I remember I was into Curve.
I remember that was that the one in the blue bottle? No.
It came out for both sexes, right?
Mm-hmm.
You had the Curve for men was like in a gold yellow type bottle.
That's a
Okay.
dildo.
Yeah.
Do you
Was a-
remember
was
when
a
the Gap
Curve, man.
the Gap cologne that smelled like grass?
No, I had
There
the one
was,
that was
Like,
in the
what kind
red
of grass?
bottle.
Wait, what kind of grass are we talking?
Weed.
Like on the ground grass, like cutting the grass. It smelled like cut grass, fresh cut grass, but it was a cologne.
I didn't partake in this, no.
It was very strange. Oddly enough, it's something that both I remember and my wife remembers, but it's from before we met each other. And every now and again, it comes up in conversation.
Jupe is the one that I had. Remember Jupe? It's
I
not
remember-
spelled
I remember-
Jew, by the way.
I remember Jupe.
All right, that's the one. I just looked up red men's cologne, and I found it right away.
Is Jupe still around? Can you
You can buy it.
lather yourself in Jupe?
You can buy it, $26.
Nice.
It's not like Mambo, which they don't make anymore.
Mm. Oh, they only make number 5.
No, they don't. Oh, the song. No, I got it. I was just kidding.